Weak leadership can wreck the soundest strategy.
TMK Politics Now, with your host, TheMaximusKane. Unfiltered, reliable, fearless.
That is a quote from Sun Tzu. And a lot of people equate it to the art of war. And although it doesn't appear in the art of war, people equate it because it does make a very big difference. And it actually helps summarize the book. Now, I would suggest you read the book completely. It's long, but you should read it. Very interesting. But let me tell you what's happening today. And before I do that, let me just tell you that Donald Trump had an interview with Time magazine. And I am saying this because if I don't tell you, this would be a disservice to you as my fellow Americans. In this Time interview, he was asked if he was worried about any retaliation here on American soil against U.S. citizens. And he says, we think about that all the time. But you know, it's war. So yeah, people are going to die. He's talking about us. He doesn't care about lives here or abroad. He cares about showing power. Although he thinks that this is a pathway to dominance, he is ignoring his military intelligence. He is ignoring the Pentagon, the DOD, and the National Intelligence Council. Even if Donald Trump puts boots on the ground, he's likely to fail. He won't succeed in toppling the government. Iran will stay stable, and he won't have an exit strategy. And that is something that is moving, he likes to talk about the stock market so much. That is what's moving the stock markets. People are afraid that there's no exit strategy. And if some Republicans would just get his balls out of their mouths, maybe they'd get rid of him out of office. Yesterday, but the military and Ecuador began strikes across Latin America against cartels. We have 1.45 million active duty members in our country. You start spreading them out around the world, the most powerful military force on earth, and you start stretching them out, guess what? They're not. They're a piece of a big puzzle. And when you're stretching them thin around the world, they're not big anymore. And they can be toppled. So if they're estimating that Donald Trump can go in to Iran with boots on the ground and still fail, and Donald Trump doesn't think so, then he's living in a delusional state of mind. But that's not it. He's also saying that his next target of regime change is going to be Cuba. When you have someone who believes that everything is going to be successful and there's no chance of failure, then we know that the leader that we have is weak. You see, great leaders inspire. Bad leaders control. When you have a great leader, it inspires you to do more, to be better. But if you have a bad leader like we have now, it's not doing that. It's doing the opposite. When you stretch your military thin like that, you're bound to fail at some point or another. And living where you live in this belief that you're always going to be successful, it's not the way it works. Just like in the 19th century with Franklin Pierce and James Buchanan, who did famously live in a reality of their own, led us into the Civil War. Those are the facts that's happening right now. Here's my opinion. This motherfucker is crazy. And if people continue to follow him, and the people in government from the Senate and the House and the Department of Defense, the Pentagon, his generals, the people in his administration continue to believe that he knows everything, or they are telling him everything that he wants to hear, we are fucked. Do you not understand that if we took the analogy of World War II and the Allied and Axis powers, that we are not on the Allied side? To give you a contrast between two leaders, the president of Iran, Pezeshkian, called his neighboring countries to apologize for what has been going on in their countries. And while those bases are in those countries and they're attacking Iran, Iran is retaliating and there is collateral damage. And they have apologized to those countries that are neighboring because they're not the aggressor here. The United States is. Donald Trump's delusional fucking mind is. Donald Trump's sycophant fucking followers and cult members who believe that we can do whatever we want. He is not a strong leader. People do not see him as a strong leader. They see him as weak. He said, oh, now we're respected all over the world. No, now we're not respected all over the world. No allies are on our side to help us do what you're doing, because Article 5 only activates when someone is attacked. It does not mean that they need to come to our help and defense if we're the aggressor. Republicans should be waking up now and seeing in real time what's happening. And I'm not talking about the MAGA Republicans, because they're always going to be there sucking on his ass. I'm talking about real Republicans, people who used to believe that small government, this isn't small government, this is overreach, while the MAGA Republicans are doing a reach around. If you found this video informative or entertaining, do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment, share as much as possible. Help me grow here on YouTube. Help me grow on all platforms. And most of all, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you in the next video.